We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. Today, I have one of my bestie boo-boos, Zack Wickham.
Hey.
Fellow Kentuckian.
I know. We got to represent for Kentucky.
Thanks for being here, boo.
Thanks for having me.
Jax is yet again out of town. He's in Boston right now.
I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Now we get to have a good old Zack and Brittany time, and I'm so excited. For those of you who don't know, because you were asked recently, what were you asked today? Tell everybody what you were asked today. If you were a transplant or something, what was it? It
was an industry plant.
An industry plant for the show.
Because I just come in, say something funny, and then exit the scene, and everybody's like, where the did that come from?
It's because your one-liners are so good.
Fun fact, Michelle had actually asked our executive producer if he was writing my lines, and he was like, no, that's what he comes up with.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that for sure. But it's still funny to me that people don't know the history. I feel like this is where we need to start the podcast off on for this episode, because Zack and I, we're both from Kentucky. He's from Louisville. I'm from Winchester. So we've known each other for, golly, how many years now?
I think it's
2008.
Yeah.
2008, 2009.
Yeah, 2009.
2009. Yeah. Because it was whenever I was cheering for college for EKU.
Yep.
So this is the story. Because Zack has been around. We're gonna let y'all know. This is how it went down. I cheered in college for Eastern Kentucky University, and one of the cheerleaders on my team, his name was Sean. We were BFFs on the team, and he started dating Zack. And that is how I met Zack, was through my cheerleading days, and we instantly clicked.
I remember the first time I met you, Sean brought me over to the Lexington house, which is just so crazy to me, to remember those days. That you guys lived in a suburban home with 4 hot
girls,
20-year-olds, or however old you were. And I'm just like, this is literally in a residential suburban neighborhood, just 4 hot girls living in basically a Wisteria Lane house.
Yes.
It was so funny.
It was oh my gosh, I forget about that. Yeah, it was such a big house.
And you lived in the master.
And we were so the thing is that the house, we could afford it because it was one of our Hooters regulars, but the house was so big that we could barely afford to heat it and cool it.
Yeah, because it was I remember that.
We had plug in heaters and stuff to keep us warm.
It was, oh God, it was so spectacular.
Oh my gosh. It was in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. And I remember that, so we met and we hung out a little bit, and then we're in the living room, and the person that we met through, Sean, was having a moment. We'll just call it a moment. And then we left. And then later on, he told me that you said, Sean, you better keep him because he's the only person that can deal with you.
Yes.
And then you and I just instantly became besties after that.
Yeah. And we stuck being besties after all these years. That was 2009. So that's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do math right now.
I can't do math right now either. I'm 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't even think I could do math normally. So
yeah, but Zack's been around for a long time. And then I moved to LA, and I think you moved up 6 months later.
6 months later.
But so, I was very open about my boob job on Vanderpump Rules. Zack was literally coming to visit to see if he wanted to move to LA. You were going to move to LA or New York.
Or New York. And because I was actually already going to move to one of them. I just didn't know when.
Yeah,
or
which one.
And then you moved because you met Jax, and I was like, great.
Yes.
Well, I'll come see you, and we'll see if I like it.
And it happened to be whenever you came to see me, I just had a boob job, so you took care of me.
Took care of you while Jax is out with Lady Gaga.
Yes, the night that he went out with Lady Gaga, she wanted to see my tits.
She wanted to see your tits, and then you. And then she said that she loved your tits, which that was amazing.
That was amazing. Lady Gaga was at dinner with Lisa Vanderpump. I think they were at Pump or something. And Jax comes after filming. Lisa was like, you have to come over here and meet Lady Gaga.
And then we almost burned down your apartment.
Yeah.
She lit a candle, and I've never seen a candle do this in my life. The candle just somehow engulfed in flames.
It did.
And then all of a sudden it's halfway up the
turned
wall.
Black too.
Turned black.
Yeah.
And we're both did we just almost burn down the apartment?
And it's while you're helping me sit down on the toilet because I was in so much pain still.
Oh my God, that was fun.
And also, mind you, everybody who's been around since the Vanderpump OG days, this is whenever Jax and I had our 1-bedroom apartment. Actually, it was a studio in Koreatown. This is those days.
The barely any air conditioning in that, which you like it at 60. I like it at 60.
Yeah.
We prefer to have it on what I like to call meat locker status. And that apartment never got below 80, I think.
It was misery just because the fact that I couldn't have the air conditioning on and dry my hair at the same time. And my hair's a blanket, so I was just so hot 24/7.
How many months did you live? 6 months, right?
I lived there for 6 months. And then we moved and got our
Park La
Brea apartment on the 11th floor. And we got Kingsley.
That was the best.
And we had our fish tank and our frogs. And
I missed the frogs and fish.
I know. That's so crazy.
They got stolen.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. This is a rant. I didn't even have this plan to talk about this, but this is funny. So whenever Jax and I were moving from our Park La Brea apartment to our, I guess that would be our Kings Road apartment, the one that we lived with Katie and Tom down the road from, or down the hallway from, we were moving out and going back and forth, and we still had another day to move the rest of our stuff out. Somebody came in and stole my fish tank.
Stole
my fish tank.
Fish and all.
All my fish, my frogs that I had been loving for so long. We had an angelfish that we named Tom Sandoval. Remember?
I remember. I remember. Kind of glad that got stolen.
Oh my gosh. But we had angelfish and all these pretty fish, and I was so particular about them. Took such great care of them. My frogs I was obsessed with. They were all the Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, that was all their names. Yeah, and they got stolen.
Who steals a fish tank? Full of fish.
And we knew that they were stolen because the fish tank was gone, and then I had clothes that I was the only bags of clothes that were left, because the fish tank was going to be the last thing that we came and got. The only thing that was also left in the apartment was bags of clothes that I was going to donate to Goodwill or donate to a charity or something. And the clothes were strung all over the apartment. So obviously we knew the fish tank is missing, and now all these clothes are strewn all over the apartment.
Yeah, that was so crazy. If you stole, PSA, if anybody's out there that has any information about the stolen fish tank, we would like it back.
I would love my frogs back, please.
If you stole a fish tank from Park La Brea 6 years ago.
It's got to be longer than 6 years ago.
I've been here
7 years ago.
I've been here 7.
Yeah, so 7 years ago. Because I've lived in my house for about 5 years now.
God.
May. Yeah, and it's May now.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. It's so funny because all over social media is all of course, we're recording on May 1st, but it's all over social media. It's May. NSYNC is always so popular this day every single year, and I'm Lance Bass married me.
It's my favorite thing was at your wedding getting to dance to Bye 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 with Lance Bass.
Yes.
That's just, those iconic things don't happen very often, and that is
my gosh, super iconic. And also, people don't realize Zack was a groom's, what would we call you? A bridesman? A bridesman?
Yeah, bridesman.
He was standing on my side of the wedding. So he's been around.
Yeah, well, what I love is
You're not a transplant.
somebody, right, I'm definitely not an industry transplant. And somebody also had asked me, well, like, how are you getting along with the new cast or the cast? And I was like, we're friends.
We're
like,
all friends.
We know each other. Like,
Yeah.
I've known every person on this cast for years, like, very well. So I don't understand your question.
You're like, what are you talking about? Know them all. Okay, so what are some of our favorite things to do together? For me, I'll say our songs and our singing, and
it is 100% our singing and our just, we give no shit when we belt out any song.
right now we're big on like a Buckle Bunny by Tanner Adele.
Tanner Adele can do no wrong in our eyes.
Jessie Murph.
Jessie Murph.
Loving Her. I mean, just all the things.
And we also, like, our favorite thing is let's belt out Moana.
Yes,
we love our
Disney. Did you see that there's going to be Mufasa?
But I'm like, I saw that and I'm like, okay, but where is there to go with it?
I think it's going to be like
Mufasa?
him. Yeah, I think it's going to be like young Mufasa, and it's going to show that he used to be like Simba.
Aw.
And I think it's cute.
I think that could be cute.
I think it's going to be super cute.
Sometimes I just get worried when they try, like, you know, if they tried to do that with, I don't know, some other show like Aladdin and tried to do it younger. You just never know if they're going to ruin it or not.
I feel like if it was people, it would be harder. But where they're like lions and stuff, I think that it might be easier.
You know what? I agree with that.
And also, like, Cruz loves elephants. Like, elephants are his favorite thing. And, like, whenever he watches the live action Lion King, he is so into it. So I'm going to take him to, like, the movie theaters and we're going to watch it.
Yeah.
How do you say theater?
Theater.
Okay. Is it
theater?
Weird? Is it weird the way I say it?
No, it's not weird. It's your way, but plenty of people do it that way.
Okay, so I've always called it the movie theater. And Jax is like, called me out since day one. He's like, Brittany, it's not a theater. And I'm like, yes, it is a theater. There's an A right there.
There is an A in the middle of it.
It is a theater.
No, I mean,
but you say theater.
Theater.
See,
movie
that
theater.
sounds like, say theater and say theater.
Theater.
You don't have to say it with an accent.
It sounds like he ate her. Theater.
Theater. I think
theater.
I think
theater.
The theater.
The theater.
The theater.
See, there you go.
The theater.
The theater. But I pronounce birthday, and everybody gets on me about that. So
birthday.
Birthday. It's my birthday.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, so as you guys know, Zack is a full-time cast member of The Valley.
Yeah, can we just underline that so that just in case
you're not just friend of.
Yeah, the stupid friend of.
You are episodic player.
Exactly. Thank you.
What has been one of the things that you never expected to come from being on a reality TV show?
I feel like one of the things I never expected is, well, actually, I don't know yet. Nothing's happened to me that I haven't expected because I've seen y'all go through it. So I was well prepared going into this with my words blocked on messages already. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like you and Janet had a little bit of like a upper hand, meaning like
we were around.
You were around reality TV a lot more than the rest of the cast was. So you were a little bit more prepared to what like could come your way.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I do feel for Michelle and Luke, they and Jason and everybody else, they literally did not expect, even when I would talk to Luke and I'd be like, listen, when I say this, I want you to really hear me. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be like nuts. I still don't think it's sank in for them.
Yeah.
Like they did not realize to what level things were gonna change and be so like intense. Because Bravo fans, we love them, but dear God, some of them are very intense. And guys, the one thing I didn't expect, okay, is I knew I was going to get that my hair looks like a wig. I've gotten it my entire life, like on and off, like,
yeah,
that got it. to the extent that it has like grown, like it's having its own Reddit thread. It's having its own, like there's Facebook groups about it.
The memes are hilarious. So one thing I love about you is that you are just laughing at yourself and like laughing at the comments and everything, because the memes are hilarious.
They're
like
so good.
Anytime I see like a funny meme about Zach's hair, I'd send it right to him. I send it right to him. He sends them right to me. Like, we just have to laugh. His hair is real. It's just very thick.
And listen, I get it. It fights me daily on what it wants to look like. I understand most of the time my hair does not look the best. It is just what I am dealt.
And I think having a green screen behind.
Oh, that helps nothing. I wanna shout out quickly the producers, because they did not let me get a haircut right before that interview. So my hair was not only at its longest, but also I don't know why it looks so dark. I don't know why it looks so crazy. I think it looks crazy. If y'all don't think I don't think that looks crazy, you're wrong.
So Zach has this, was it a TikTok that you put up?
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about. So you gotta check out Zach's TikTok. What's your TikTok handle?
It's the Zack Wickham, because some stupid Gen Y got my name before I could.
So you have to look at his TikTok, because he has this one where he's like running down a hallway, and it's the bald filter. So every now and then it just like pops on a bald head and then goes back to your normal hair, then pops on a bald head. And I just think it's hilarious.
It's like, when it kind of became its own thing, like my favorite was someone said that, added Andy Cohen and said, we need the wig needs its own seat at the reunion.
Yes!
I literally died. I'm like, guys,
that is so funny.
I'm gonna start a wig line. Like,
you
I
have
feel like
to
I
do
have
something.
to now.
You have to monetize this. This is your moment.
My other favorite one was Ryan Bailey. The So Good It's Bad with Ryan Bailey or something. He has a podcast, I think. But he did a meme, and it was like every time the fighting starts, and it's my hair like going down my face. And I was like, if my hair retracted like that and was like a blind system, I would die. I want somebody to make that for me. If anybody out there is a wig maker, please make me that wig and send it to me.
What if you were that for Halloween?
I will 1000% wear that for Halloween if someone will buy or like make that.
It'd be like shades, like a blind, like you could just like pull a little, a little chain, and it would like lift up and down.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably wear it daily. It wouldn't even have to be Halloween.
You wouldn't have to wear sunglasses anymore.
Oh my god,
that is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, how are you feeling about the Valley in general? Like this whole season, sum it up. How are you feeling?
It's kind of crazy that it took 2 years of us doing interviews, and it was before Kristen even knew Luke. So her and I did a lot of interviews together, because, at one point, if she wanted a baby, I was going to donate my sperm. Like, here you go. Which is wild. Oh my God. Think about how crazy
that is wild.
Oh my God, that baby would be so tall and so loud and unhinged. I wasn't going to say unhinged, but yes, 100%. It would be an unhinged baby.
Oh my gosh. But this is a true story, y'all. Like whenever we first started interviewing and, Jax and I put together who we wanted to be on the show, like it was kind of like, around couples. And Zach is obviously one of my best friends. Kristen is one of our best friends. So neither one of them were in a relationship at the time. So they were interviewing as I'm going to be her baby daddy.
Right. And she really, she's obviously always wanted a baby.
Yeah.
And it was, the timing was the way it was at that point that I was like, well, the only stipulation I have is that you have to let my parents see it because they'll kill me if I give away my sperm and don't let them see something that is like genetically theirs. But I was like, other than that, like, I don't care. I'll sign my rights away. But it's crazy to think that 2 years ago, we started all of this process, and then we kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed back and pushed, even though we know how great our group is and how just dramatic we are in general. Like I always say, you don't need cameras for this group. Like we're dramatic regardless of cameras. So it's just been such a wild ride, but to like see it now and like what we've worked so hard for another, for a whole year, and now finally seeing it, it's just like really rewarding.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because like we worked really hard on it, and we went through some shit this summer. Like this summer was not easy.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't know, when we picked up cameras, it was so fast that they were scrambling to like figure out filming schedule, figure out production team, figure out this, figure out that. And so it was like a lot of moving parts, and like it was chaotic.
And it turned out to be I'm so thankful for like how much it's grown. Like I can't believe like people love it, and I'm so excited. Like the fact that Rihanna did a red carpet. Yeah. It was like, oh my gosh.
She's obsessed
with the Valley. She's like, what do you want to know?
I know.
What do you want to know? And she's like, and you know what she said? She said she can relate to us. And that was one of the main things that we thought about this show, and like all the cast members involved and everything, and all of our friend group. I was like, people are going to relate to us.
Exactly.
And Rihanna even said that. And I was like, Rihanna can relate to us? Like, what the heck?
And we have so many different stages of a relationship. It's like, well, and now we're having the latter stages of like, marriage, or like separation, or postpartum.
Yeah.
Children, if every age, no children, I feel like it's such a great mix.
It is.
And it's just our group in general, so it just works.
Yeah. Like it really like worked out perfectly, and I'm so excited. And I've said this so many times. This is your first time on the podcast, but I've said this so many times, like how proud of all the new cast members I have been, because you guys all let it out and showed. You guys all let it out and showed like so much of yourselves, and like that's hard to do, especially your first time, like being around cameras. You've been on shows though before, so I think we gotta need to talk about that a little bit.
We can talk. Oh God, no. We don't need to talk about that, because I know exactly what you're gonna say. I hate you.
So, Zack, obviously, while he's been my BFF, he has done like a little couple like spots on different shows here and there. What was the first one that you did? We're talking about it. I don't care.
Know.
I'm going to put you on blast.
It's Dating No Filter.
Dating No Filter.
Oh God, that was so... Oh.
So he's like, let's take shots. Like, so what I would do too.
What I love is that during this date that I had, which was only like half of the episode, but like it films all day, and it's two like separate dates with the same person. So I started at 9 a.m, and they're offering me wine. We're doing a winemaking class. Then we had a 3-hour break where they kept making me drink, because they're like, well, don't sober up, please. And then we went to dinner where there was more drinks. But throughout the entire day, of course there was, and the dinner was like 3 hours. I took 4 or 5 shots, but they put every time I asked, like right back to back to back. Yes. And I mean, I was shit-faced by the end of it anyway, but like, so that's accurate. Oh my God.
That's so funny. And then what was the other one that you did?
Oh God, it's called Follow Me. Oh, it hurts to even say it now. Oh God, my body has a visceral reaction to it. It was a social media competition. Oh God, it was supposed to be like, live in a house, and we would have competitions over 10 weeks, and it was supposed to be like, I don't know, somehow voted on, and on ABC and whatever.
It was like, how did you even get to vote? Like, I remember like being like, vote for Zack, and it was like nobody could like even vote for you.
That's what, because the voting system was like, the one they went with was like, couldn't even register, and it would never work. And then instead of living in a house, then they're all of a sudden, oh well, it's now Amazon Freevee. And we're going to pick you up every day in a bus and ship you from LA to Monrovia, which is over an hour away. So we had to get in a bus, and then like little school children, every morning I was the first picked up, and then the last dropped off. I was the redheaded stepchild of the group. So I never had enough time to do any of these videos. I was so exhausted this entire process. Oh, and then it just, and when it came out, then it was like only on YouTube, and I was just like, oh God, what did I do? But I did meet some great people out of it. Yeah. And so thank God.
And also it's an experience, and it kind of like give you a little bit of like taste of what being on a reality TV show was like, even though it wasn't the same thing as like the Valley by any means, but still, you know, a little bit.
Well, I had to do interview,
Yeah.
you know, like confessionals.
Yeah.
And I remember this one producer was like, if you don't speak in the past tense or present tense or whatever, he's like, I am going to fucking kill you. So I learned on that show all my mistakes and lessons.
You're like, talk in the present tense.
Yeah.
Talk in the present tense.
I remember first day, John Carr was like, he was like, wow, you're doing great. Like this is, and I was like, I've had people yell at me, so I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, I love it. But you know what? That just means that you were like made for reality TV. The fact that so many different shows try to give you a chance.
I know, right?
It was funny though.
Fun fact, I did audition for The Real World when I was 18.
When you were 18?
When I was 18.
What was your Real World video? Like, what did it look like? Tell me everything.
Well, I
can only imagine.
And I come out of a Mystic Tan spray booth with a hat on. No shirt, though, and a towel.
That is so you.
Oh, my God. And, well, that was...
Was it a backward hat?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
And, but that was like my video, but I actually auditioned in person. And
so you got past the video part.
Yeah, and then got asked to come in person, did in person, then crazily enough, only made it to the second round of that, lost. Then I met this girl in line, and she was from like somewhere else in Kentucky. She was like, oh, there's one next week in Memphis. We should go to that. So she picks me up, and we go to this this random girl, and I go to this thing. One of the casting producers in line was like, hey, you look familiar. And I was like, oh God. I was like, I tried out last week. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'm not going to get it. And then we go to the second round, or the first round thing. And then she pulls me aside after it, and she goes, why are you here? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I just wanted to try out again. She goes, no, I put you on to the next round. Like, you were supposed to make it. So I ended up making it to the fifth round. And I got lucky that like I'd gone back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have never known that I had made it.
Wow.
Because they didn't contact me right, or I'd put something down wrong, and they didn't have my number.
Oh, wow. I can imagine if you would have like been on The Real World or whatever.
I was also 18. Like, what would I have done? Like, what were they thinking of even making me go that far? Because like I can't drink. I can't,
Yeah. Yeah, you can't even drink when you're 18.
Right. And I was, God, I mean, I guess they probably wanted the psycho behavior, because if you think I'm crazy now, like 18-year-old unmedicated Zach, that shit was next level.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, let's go into a little Valley recap from last week's episode. Yeah, that was kind of a tough one for me.
It was tough for me as your best friend to watch you go through that, and being that I have been living it with you, but like at the same time I don't see those moments until they're on TV. Mm-hmm. And it does break my heart, because like I definitely have been your all's like biggest cheerleader, wanting Jax to work through his issues so that you guys can, be together. But seeing those moments, it just is like, God, he's just never gonna get his shit together.
It was kind of upsetting for me, and I feel like I've gotten like some mixed signals, like mixed feedback from some people, because I don't think they realize, like, whenever I was talking about having like another baby and stuff, like that was something that we had talked about for an entire year.
At least a year.
It did not just like come out of nowhere.
Nope.
And I'm so thankful for the bar. Let me make that clear. I love the bar. It's doing great. Like, I'm very proud of it. Like, I'm so happy for it. Our partners are amazing. I cannot express that enough. Like, Jax's is doing incredible. But for me, the reason I was so upset, which I feel like a lot of people don't understand, is that we had planned that at the end of last summer, we were going to start trying for another baby. Like, that was planned no matter what. Cruz is getting a sibling, whatever. Like, that was happening.
And Jax talked about it and was on board.
He was on board. This was not a surprise. This was actually like, we both agreed it was happening. And I was so excited about that, because I really wanted Cruz to have a sibling. It was not going to take away from his speech classes or anything. Like, my heart is so big. That was never going to be an issue. There's always so much love. Like, that's never going to change.
Never.
And I kind of felt like that was like taken the wrong way. Like, because I was like, oh my gosh, like he just kind of like flipped on me. And now all of a sudden we're opening this bar, which is an amazing opportunity for us. But like that happened within like 3 months at the snap of a finger.
Yep.
This was a year-long commitment that we had given to each other that we were going to start trying for our next child. So I feel like that people don't realize that. And it kind of made me look like I was like just being like, I want to have another baby, even if me and you were fighting. Like, no, that's not what it was. It was not that at all. It was a very serious moment that we had talked about for over a year.
Yeah, and you guys have always fought on and off. So this wasn't anything new.
No.
It's not like, oh, this new behavior is, or like whatever, no, it was something you guys had discussed. And like, yeah, I felt for you in that moment too, because it's like, I know how much Cruz is your world, and I know that you want a sibling for Cruz.
Yeah. And I feel like that was important, like even for his growth, even for like him. Like I feel like it would be so good for him to have a sibling.
I agree.
But yeah, that was why, like, whenever I'm saying like I feel like I was like blindsided, it's because of that. Like I actually was blindsided.
Well, because he flipped his script.
Yeah.
He was always on board. Yep, and it was to a T. We're starting at the end of the summer.
Yes.
We're starting at the end of the and that had been a line that had been established
before we even started filming or anything.
Before we had a show.
Yeah, before we had a show.
Before it was even like Greenlit or whatever. That wasn't. And then all of a sudden, he's the one that's actually changing his whole attitude and changing his whole everything. And then all of a sudden, it's like, where's this coming from? No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know. I just felt like it was like, I feel like the show, hopefully, it's going to show how much stronger I continue to get, because people need to remember this was filmed a long time ago. And I started like waking up and realizing things as we started going throughout the season. And I think that I just continue to get stronger. And I think that there was like even moments like at the dinner whenever I was like, but you don't do anything. Like I said that and I meant it, but then me being who I am, I took it back immediately because I felt guilty for saying something. And it's like, I just like feel like I needed in that moment to be stronger and stand up for myself more.
Well, and that's the greatest part over that I've seen over like from filming and just into now. You have grown exponentially stronger, and just like you're so much more vibrant and back to yourself. And
Thank you.
It's honestly, I've said this on Kristen's podcast too, like seeing you now, you are in your element and you're a badass bitch. I mean, not that you haven't always been, but now you're putting your foot down and not letting him get away with the shit because, it'll upset him. No, fuck him. I'm going to upset you because guess what?
I feel like
this shit is upsetting.
I feel like that scene, like watching it back for me, I've noticed I was like, oh my gosh, like I stood up for myself and then I immediately took it back.
But I feel like you took that little step though.
Yeah.
You stood up, and even though you went back, now you're to the point where you're going to stand up and there is no taking
There's no taking it back.
Mm-mm.
And I even at the end of it, I was like, oh, no. We both put the same amount of money into this house. Like, you're not going to like play me. Like, this is not like, I feel like that was a whole nother thing, which I feel like it's going to continue on the show. And I hope, we don't even know what the episodes are going to be until the day before. We get to watch it the day before.
I love how
so I'm like, I hope that it's going to look like this, but I really don't know what it's going to look like.
I also love that people are like, oh, what's coming up? Blah, blah. I have no idea. I will find out basically a few hours before you.
Yeah. Like maybe 24 hours max before.
Maximum. Like literally.
Okay, let's talk about your hair.
Wait, we didn't talk about it enough? No, just kidding.
We did talk about it, actually.
No.
But still.
Did you get a okay. I told Brittany, I was like, if you put that damn question thing on your Instagram, I'm like, you're just going to get
a lot of questions about it.
It's just going to be hair and wigs.
They were like, what's your hair care routine? So that's what we need to talk about.
My hair care routine. I'm dead. Well, obviously, don't take that good of care of it. No. I watched this one interview with Jude Law in like, I don't know, I want to say 2010. And for some reason, it always stuck with me. And he said that he doesn't wash his hair, but like once a week or barely once a week. And for some reason, that just stuck with me like Bible. So now I like don't wash my hair except for like once a week or so.
Well, that's actually normal for a lot of people, especially women, because we have long hair. So like I wash mine more than once a week, but like a lot of people, if they have like greasy hair or thin hair, like that's people with greasy hair have to wash it like more often, but some people have like super thick hair that like you can't wash it every single day or it's like not going to work with you. And I think that's your hair. You have extremely thick hair.
It is. And every time that people are like, well, why don't you just, your hair looks great today. Why don't you just always style it like this? Bitch, if I could, I would. Like,
you're like, I try.
I'm like, I try. I was like, I don't know what you want from me because I don't know what my hair wants from me on the daily.
Oh my God,
like,
that
and my
is
hair
hilarious.
is also, my mom has the same problem. It is so coarse. Like our hair is not like fine at all. It's coarse and it's thick. And
my mom's hair is super coarse too. It's hard to work with, you know?
It is. And, it's just going to do what it wants to do at any given time. And, I also like wearing my hair like Justin Bieber hair. Like, I don't care. Like, I like my hair the way it is.
Justin Bieber hair, don't care.
Exactly. Oh, God, that's going to be a meme, isn't it?
Everybody make a meme and tag at Zack Wickham and Brittany tomorrow. Justin Bieber hair, don't care.
I can't.
And also the shades coming down.
Seriously, if there's a wig maker that listens to this, please make me this wig.
Okay, so last night, Zack and I went to the GOAT premiere party. Our baby Kristen they filmed this forever ago, which is insane. Like before we even filmed the Valley. So it's like funny that but still, the premiere party was last night at Isabel and it was so fun.
It was so, so fun. And also to think of Kristen on a competition show. When she signed on or was getting offered it, I was like, okay, I need you to prepare because if you're going to go on this, like, I want you to win. And she's like, oh, no. Yeah. No. I just want to make it a week. And I'm like, Kristen.
That's exactly how Jax was whenever he did his House of Villains.
Oh my God. He didn't even try.
He did not do one thing correct.
Exactly. He was like, he was so mean to the other contestants in the ball thing where he was like pushing. I'm like, Jax, you are winning no favors right now. And then you talked about money and everybody's like, oh, so you don't need money. Great. We'll kick you off first. Like, he did not play that well.
But still, the party was a lot of fun and he'll edit that. The party was a lot of fun and, we just wanted to go and support our girl, Kristen. And so everybody watch the GOAT and watch Kristen. I'm sure it'll be hilarious.
And also, Amazon, they throw the best premiere parties.
Yeah. I was like, hey, this is popping.
They shut down Isabel's for the night, open bar, great orders. Like, it was a time.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
A lot of sexy men.
There was so many sexy men. I was like, I'm the best wing person, I feel like, because I will go up to anybody and be like, this is my friend. You like her? Make out with her now.
And I'm like, no.
No, what? Don't. Me? No.
Not me. What? Oh, gosh. That was so much fun. Oh, yes. Also, of course, we have to mention the fact that Jax and I went to the White House Correspondents Dinner.
So jealous. I've never been more jealous of something that it so much fun? It was
so much fun. It was so crazy to be in the same room as the president. Like, I would have never thought that would happen to me. Like, there was just like so many different things that the entire weekend was so fun, so amazing. I'll talk more about it if Jax ever comes back to the podcast. Because I want him to talk about it as well. But like, I want to make it very clear that we stayed in separate hotel rooms. We did not fly by each other.
And just because you took one shot on Instagram and Jax made sure to take a video of it because heaven forbid he not document that you guys are together as we're fine. No, Jax.
Yeah, we're not fine, but we are obviously friendly and co-parenting and cordial. And if he's going to try, like he keeps saying in the press that he's going to start trying. So we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, he told me that the other day and I'm like, okay, then try. Stop saying try, just do it. Like, I don't know how to say do it.
But who knows if that's going to, who knows if it's too little too late,
It's just a little too late.
Oh gosh, he's gonna be so mad if he hears this.
He's gonna be like, Zach's never allowed on the podcast again.
No, but it's serious. Like I think he confuses people, and I want to make sure nobody's confused. Like, I am very open and honest about everything that's going on, and we definitely were not. I wouldn't even walk the carpet together. So
exactly, and I think that does need to be stated because he definitely portrays other things. Like in that interview where he's like, I don't want to talk about the relationship. Kristen's sitting in the middle of you two, and you go, well, I will. And then I'm like, yes, Brittany.
I'm like, well, I will.
So wait, at the White House Correspondents Dinner, who was the person that you met that you were like, oh my God, that's so crazy. That's so cool. Was there anybody that like was...
Oh, okay. This might seem like small potatoes to everyone compared that was there. But if you've been listening to the podcast, if you know me at all, you know I have been binge watching Desperate Housewives nonstop. And I met freaking Orson Hodge, Bree Vandecamp's husband, on Desperate Housewives. What's his name? Kyle
McClanahan?
Yes. And he was just as kind as can be. But still, like the fact that I was getting ready for the Correspondents Dinner, watching Desperate Housewives, getting my glam done, and then I go to the party and Orson Hodge is there, who I was just watching. Like, I love that.
It's
like to me, that was huge. And I also love Sex and the City. He was Trey on Sex and the City too. Charlotte,
oh my God, I
Charlotte's
totally
husband.
forgot about that.
Yes.
He was.
So he's like played all these iconic roles, and just seeing him, I was like, Orson. And I told him, I was like, hi. I was like, I know that, whatever. Me and my mom used to watch Desperate Housewives back whenever I was in like high school, was whenever it was airing. So that was a show that my mom and I watched together, like religiously. Like that was like our thing that we watched no matter what. And now I think this is probably like my sixth time rewatching it. I love that show. I think it is iconic. It is so incredible. Good. The writing is amazing. Mark Cherry's brilliant.
So brilliant.
I mean, I've been talking about it nonstop, and like, especially since I've moved out, because this is also a weird thing that I can state. The Office and Friends have always been like my background show that like I would play and stuff. And I feel like because I've been living in Airbnbs and that was like Jax and I's thing, that The Office and Friends can't be my background show right now. Isn't that weird?
That is so weird, but also like think about it. Like that's why.
Yeah.
It's just,
and I still love those shows, but like now it's like Desperate Housewives is like my show. Like that's like what I play.
It's like your show of independence.
Yeah. And like I relate to all the characters, like literally. Like, I mean, Tom Scavo and Lynette go through a separation on the show, like Gabby, and that, like there's just like so many things that I can relate to.
What if you had to pick a Desperate Housewife? Which one do you think you most relate to as like what is the one that you think you
oh my gosh, if I had to pick one, gosh, I don't even know how. Probably Susan, if I had to pick one, only because her friendliness, how she can be very naive sometimes, how she's easy to like forgive, and I think that I see like the quirkiness and like the.
I think you're way more likable than Susan.
I think she's so likable though. But I'm just saying, like, but honestly, I think I'm a mixture of Susan, Gabby, and Bree.
Yeah, I totally see a lot of people probably don't know the Bree side of you.
Yeah,
but
like the Bree is like the hosting and the cooking,
the
cleanliness, the organization,
the very much,
yeah. Like all that stuff is like the Bree of me, and then the Gabby of me is like getting stronger as you move on and like get old. Like, she didn't want ever. I always wanted to be a mother, but like once she became a mother, she just like became so much stronger, and like you can just like see her changes, and I feel like that is something like me as well. And then Susan, just like the klutziness and like little things like that, like little sweet moments and things that she does.
Yeah, I always thought Kristen was like Susan because
Kristen,
she's so like just.
Kristen's definitely like Susan. Yeah, I don't know if I would actually say I'm the most like Susan. I think I'm a mixture.
Yeah, no, you're very much a mixture. Yeah. I don't think there's an archetype that you fit into that either. Yeah.
But I love all of them. So awesome. Okay, this weekend, guys, I'm going to Lovers and Friends in Vegas.
Which I went to the first one, and let me tell you, that was a shit show. They have since learned from that one, but you're gonna have so much fun.
I cannot wait. I'm going with like my BFF Kara, which is so crazy because if a lot of you guys know the history of Jax and I literally met Jax going to Vegas for my friend Kara's birthday.
9 years ago.
9 years ago to the day.
To the day that you're going back to Vegas.
Yeah, going back to Vegas. And Sheena's coming too, and to celebrate her birthday as well. So it's like...
It's insane. Like, it's actually kind of like full circle. It's crazy.
Full circle. But I'm going to be up there like, yeah, Usher. Hey, daddy.
You're going to be like, hey, daddy, you want to come back? Hi, daddy. Hi, our cabana's over here.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Usher, if you're listening.
Oh, my gosh. So much fun.
Imagine if Usher was listed. I'm dead.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Okay, I had people write in to When Reality Hits to ask questions for Zack. So I'm going to ask a couple. You ready?
I'm ready. What hard-hitting questions do the people have for me?
All right, this is from ES Miller 87. How does Zack feel about your split with Jax?
After being, with you all through 8 years here, and seeing you guys work on it, struggle back and forth, like, I feel like the split is the healthiest thing for you all. Mm-hmm. And while it is hard to see you go through it, it's also empowering it's amazing to see how empowered you have become and how you've become your own person and not let Jax kind of like taint or ruin you or like ruin like things for you anymore. And so actually in a fucked up way, it almost, I'm kind of happy because you're so much happier.
Thank you. Melissa and Fritz, cats or cards? Why?
Oh, I thought
Wildcats or Louisville Cardinals?
Yeah,
Kentucky
I was like,
Wildcats or Louisville Cardinals?
I was like, let's explain that.
So we're both from Kentucky. I'm from Winchester, which is connected to Lexington. Of course, I am Big Blue Nation, ride or die, Kentucky Wildcat fan for life. Zack is from Louisville. So that's why people are asking, because a lot of people from Louisville would be a Louisville Cardinal. So
and also, for anybody who's always like, aren't you guys both from Kentucky? Why don't you have an accent like Brittany? Is Brittany faking it or are you faking it? And I'm like, guys, I'm from a city. Louisville is a 1.2 million.
It's a big city.
It's a metropolitan city. Yeah. It's huge. And we just don't have an accent. But the second you leave Jefferson County, which
you're
is
outside
Louisville,
the top of the state.
Yeah, we're at the top of the state. You're in more
Center.
Towards the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the accent comes in. Everywhere else except for my city. But I'm not going to divide the nation and tell people whether I'm cat or card, but my dad is Cardinal. I grew up UK, but I went to U of L. So I'm kind of like a 50-50, and I know that's such a cop-out thing, but I always say keep it in the state.
Yeah, like
so I'm like, as long
even for me, if Kentucky was not if Kentucky was out of like the Sweet 16, I would cheer on Louisville, obviously. But I'm definitely
you're
Wildcat,
UK, yeah,
like UK nonstop. But I think you're UK too. Like,
I am too.
I'm just gonna say it. Zach is gonna try to act like he might be a Louisville fan. I'm like, bullshit. You are a Kentucky Wildcat fan. You've been there with me at the games.
So true.
Okay, this is a great question. This is from JC Cole 15. Was it hard for him to come out living in Kentucky?
Yeah, so definitely coming from Kentucky, and I went to an all-male Catholic high school, so that helped absolutely nothing. People are like, oh, wasn't that like your fantasy? I was like, no, it was a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't know how I came out gay in the end because I hate men because of, the experience I went through. It was very toxic masculinity, everybody just like banging on their chest 24/7. But yeah, and being Catholic as well, because Louisville's a very Catholic city. And a lot of people go to Catholic schools there. And I feel like my parents were always very supportive once I came out. But I never had any like concept of what being gay was. And luckily Louisville, though, if you don't know, is one of the most progressive cities in the South. Like The University of Louisville actually has one of the largest LGBT centers in the South. We had same-sex bathrooms before anybody. We've always had a Democratic mayor, and we have the strongest LGBT protections for job and for housing. So the city itself is I got very, very lucky.
Yeah.
But I know my experience is not like a lot of my other friends' experiences in the rest of, the state.
Yeah.
Or just even in Louisville in general. But I got very lucky that it was not hard for me. But yeah, that was not everybody's experience.
And your parents are amazing.
My parents are amazing.
Yeah.
They, the only thing they got pissed at me for was they were like, oh, so my first boyfriend's name was Jason, and he went on a vacation with us, and they were like, oh, so you were dating him? And they like got mad that like I had taken a boyfriend on a trip without
and
telling
they didn't
them.
know.
Like, yeah, like snuck him in or whatever.
You snuck your boyfriend on a trip to Myrtle Beach.
Right. To Hilton Head.
Hilton Head.
But yeah, my parents are the best. Like my dad joined the LGBT employment organization.
Oh man, that's amazing.
My mom was always involved at my college because I didn't come out till I was 18 with stuff.
But you never dated girls.
So technically, I'm still dating my girlfriend from 8th grade because I know Liesl Long. I'm sorry, I have been cheating on you for quite some time. But you have kids too, so you cheated as well. So
you guys just never broke up.
We never broke up. I think we're in a common law marriage at this point.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a funny question. Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh.
The 3 J's, Jax, Jason, Jesse.
Wait, I have to, oh God. Well, I mean, I would prefer to marry Jason only and then leave the other two and just leave them to kill each other.
You gotta pick one.
Okay,
you gotta pick one for each.
So I'm going to marry Jason. I'm going to, oh God, this hurts me.
I don't care.
Jax and kill Jesse.
There you go.
Yeah.
I figured that's what you were going to say.
Actually, producers asked me who I would be with on the cast, and I said Danny. So I was like, Danny's the one I guess that I'm the least close to. So yeah,
You do like short men.
You know what? No, it's just because all men are shorter than me.
Yeah. Whenever I ask Zach what his type is, he's always like, they can't be taller than me and they can't be funnier than me. That's literally the only thing that he ever says. So I'm like, okay, so like I have no idea what kind of guy that you would like.
Honestly, if you look at my exes, though, it's like they're tall to small to all races to all, just everything.
I love it. Oh, here's just a question I wanted to answer. This is from R. Floyd 0429. Katie said she reached out to you. Is that true? Yes, Katie did reach out to me. She did. And I responded back, and I haven't heard anything back from that, but I was very grateful that she did reach out to me. It meant a lot to me. Like I said, I do love her, and I, want nothing but the best for her. And maybe this could be something where we can start talking about things, and who knows? No bad blood at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was very happy that she did reach out.
And sometimes people just aren't meant to be in your life. It doesn't mean you have to have bad blood. It just means at that moment, you're just not as close as you were.
Yeah, but who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Okay, this is from TWKJ76. Is there anything that you, Zach, were not aware of filming, but watching now surprised you? That's a good question.
How hard I got pushed in that damn hallway.
Oh my God.
Guys, can I just tell you, I only remember half of that fight because I remember
it happened so fast. Adrenaline was pumping.
It was so fast. It seems on screen that it was so much
they slow
longer.
it down and show your face you're like it's hilarious.
Well, also what I don't think they really grasp, or you don't grasp as the audience, is that Jesse was so he was far enough away from me. He was gaining momentum coming at me, but also, do you think I expected him to hit me? Absolutely not. So I'm standing there being like, calm down, stop. And he just literally checks me. I am not, my feet are not grounded. I also had been drinking, so it's not like I was, completely sober and could catch myself. And I knew Kristen was behind me.
That party was after we had been drinking at parties all day long. It was like a whole thing. And I will say that Jesse, even after watching it back, he apologized that night to me all night, like the night of the Mondrian. Jesse was apologizing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And I was like, it's fine. I knew I know how things are. Adrenaline takes over. I don't think he was coming for me or you.
Well, exactly. He wasn't coming for us. I was trying to de-esculate it.
Yeah, and so was I.
And he was just...
And also my country in me was putting me right in the middle. Oh, no. I will stand in between two men. Exactly. I'm crazy like that.
I know. That's why I love you.
But he also apologized to me after he watched it and was like, Brittany, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I did that. And I was like, it's fine. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah.
So
the second I went down, I immediately am like, oh shit, he got past me. And then I hear you get put. It was a lot. But yeah, that.
Yeah, that's funny though, because your face was everything in that moment.
God, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have never had. Everybody knows what what I'm thinking because it's always on my face. This is not for show. When people want to ask about my one-liners or about my facial expressions, no, it's not for show. That's just who I am. I've always been this way. And I wish I was less expressive. That's one thing. No.
The fact that you're so expressive makes you so great for TV. I love it. It's the best. Okay, we'll do one last question.
Okay.
This is from Sarah.Elizabeth12. What's it like getting to be a part of both groups on the Valley? Do you prefer the guys or the girls?
We all know the answer to that. It is the girls, because I don't even think the guys enjoy the guys' company most of the time. No, I enjoy the girls. There is some odd bonding male thing that I do like when it I do have fun with Jax and Luke and Jason and I left Jesse out for a reason. No, I'm just kidding. I do have fun with them, but yeah, obviously I have more fun with the girls. And going back to that Malibu trip, I definitely would have gone to that. I did not know it was a Malibu trip.
You didn't know it was overnight.
Yeah, I didn't know it was overnight with a freaking chef. I obviously would have done that instead of daddy daycare.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to add or share about yourself?
No, just keep following me, guys.
Yeah, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Instagram is Zack Wickham, ZackWickham. Oh, and by the way, please stop spelling my name ZACH. I was like, even Bravo did it in a meme the other day, and I was like, take this down now.
It's okay.
This is hate speech. It's spelled like Zach Morris. I have such childhood trauma from people calling me Zach. It is trauma.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's people. I probably shouldn't have said
this. No, because now people are going to start calling you Zach.
Now everybody's going to say that.
Zach with the hair.
Right, now more
Zach
memes.
with the good hair.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
And then on TikTok at the Zack Wickham, because Zack Wickham was taken.
Oh, love it. I love you.
I love you, too.
Everybody continue to tune in every Tuesday on Bravo to watch The Valley, and on the next day it'll be on Peacock as well. We love you so much. Thank you for tuning in to When Reality Hits. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Mwah.